Imagine tracing the lineage of the most famous figure in human history, only to discover not one, but two distinct family trees. Why do the Gospels offer different ancestral lines for Jesus Christ? And what profound truths about his identity, his purpose, and God's faithfulness are hidden within these ancient lists of names? Prepare to unravel the fascinating mystery of the complete family tree of Jesus. The complete family tree of Jesus. For anyone seeking to understand Jesus Christ, his origins are paramount. The Bible, in its meticulous detail, provides not just one, but two distinct genealogies for Jesus in the Gospels of Matthew and Luke. At first glance, these lists of names appear to contradict each other, leading to centuries of scholarly debate and even skepticism. However, a deeper dive into these family trees reveals not a contradiction, but a profound theological tapestry, meticulously woven to establish Jesus' unique identity as both the promised Messiah and the Savior of all humanity. These genealogies are far more than mere historical records. They are powerful statements of fulfilled prophecy and divine purpose. Understanding why there are two genealogies, who they trace, and what their differences signify is key to grasping the full scope of Jesus' heritage and his claim to the throne of David and the very lineage of humankind. This exploration unveils the careful craftsmanship of the Gospel writers, each presenting a distinct yet complementary perspective on the most important family tree in history. Part 1. Why two genealogies? Understanding the differences. The presence of two distinct genealogies for Jesus is one of the most intriguing aspects of the Gospels. Each serves a unique purpose and traces a different line, primarily through Joseph, Jesus' legal father. 1. Matthew's genealogy. Matthew 1-1-17, the royal line for a Jewish audience starting point. Matthew begins with Abraham to David and David to the Christ. His very first words are, the record of the genealogy of Jesus the Messiah, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Direction. It proceeds chronologically forward from Abraham to Jesus. Key figures. It highlights King David and directly traces the lineage through David's son Solomon to Joseph. Purpose. Matthew wrote primarily to a Jewish audience, demonstrating that Jesus has the legal and royal right to the throne of David. By connecting Jesus directly to Abraham, the father of the Jewish nation, and David, the great king from whom the Messiah would come, Matthew establishes Jesus as the fulfillment of Jewish messianic prophecy. Structure. Matthew meticulously structures his genealogy into three sets of 14 generations: Abraham to David, David to the Babylonian exile, exile to Jesus. The number 14 is significant. The numerical value of the Hebrew letters in David DVD sums to 14, making it a clever mnemonic and symbolic device. 2. Luke's genealogy. Luke 3:23-38, the human and divine line for a Gentile audience starting point. Luke's genealogy begins with Jesus and proceeds backward through Joseph, extending all the way back through Adam to God himself. The son of Enos, the son of Seth, the son of Adam, the son of God. Direction. It proceeds chronologically backward from Jesus to Adam. Key figures. Luke also traces the lineage through David, but specifically through David's son Nathan, not Solomon, to Joseph. Purpose. Luke wrote primarily to a Gentile non-Jewish audience, emphasizing Jesus' universal humanity and his connection to all mankind. By tracing Jesus back to Adam, Luke highlights Jesus as the Savior of all humanity, not just the Jewish people. Tracing back to the Son of God through Adam, the first Son of God, also underscores Jesus' divine origin. The discrepancy. Joseph's fathers, Jacob versus Heli. The most striking difference is in Joseph's immediate paternal line. Matthew says Joseph's father was Jacob, Matthew 1:16, while Luke says Joseph was the son of Heli, Luke 3:23. Common interpretation and widely accepted reconciliation. Matthew's line, Jacob, is understood to trace Joseph's legal patrilineal lineage directly, establishing Jesus' legal right to the Davidic throne through Joseph, who was legally his father. Luke's line, Heli, is understood to trace Mary's biological lineage. In ancient Jewish genealogies, it was common for a son-in-law to be listed as a son, especially if there was no male heir. So, Joseph, son of Heli, is interpreted as Joseph, son-in-law of Heli, meaning Heli was Mary's father. This directly connects Jesus biologically to David through Mary. This reconciliation allows for both Joseph's legal claim and Mary's biological connection to the promised Davidic line. Part 2. The significance of the genealogies. Prophecy fulfilled beyond mere lists of names. these genealogies carry profound theological significance. 1. Messianic expectation fulfilled. Both genealogies meticulously confirm that Jesus is a direct descendant of Abraham, Genesis 12-3, 20-18, and King David to Samuel 7:12-16, Psalm 89-3-4, fulfilling centuries of Jewish messianic prophecy. This was critical for Jewish audiences. 2. Legal right to the throne. Matthew's genealogy ensures that Jesus, through Joseph his legal father, has the legitimate legal claim to the throne of David. 3. Humanity and divinity. Luke's genealogy, by tracing Jesus back to Adam and the Son of God, emphasizes both Jesus' universal humanity, he is truly one of us, and his unique divine sonship as the Son of God himself. 4. God's faithfulness. The genealogies are a powerful testament to God's faithfulness over centuries, meticulously preserving a lineage to bring forth his promised Messiah, despite human failings and historical upheavals. 5. Inclusion of women and Gentiles. Matthew's unique aspect. Matthew's genealogy is unusual in that it includes for women Tamar, Rahab, Ruth, and Uriah's wife Bathsheba, some of whom had controversial backgrounds or were Gentiles. This subtle inclusion hints at God's broader, inclusive redemptive plan that extends beyond strict Jewish lineage and perfect human conduct. Part 3. Challenges and debates. While the legal versus biological interpretation is widely accepted, the genealogies have faced other debates. Gaps and condensations. Ancient genealogies often contain gaps, condensing generations to highlight key periods or maintain numerical patterns like Matthew's 14 generation sets. They were not exhaustive. Modern family trees. Purpose over precision. The primary purpose of these genealogies was theological and legal, prophetic, not to provide a modern, scientifically precise genetic record. Their accuracy lies in fulfilling their intended purpose. Conclusion: more than just names, a divine plan unveiled. The seemingly simple lists of names in Matthew and Luke's Gospels are, in fact, profound theological documents. They meticulously chart the lineage of Jesus Christ, proving his identity as the long-awaited Messiah, connecting him to both the royal line of David and the universal family of humanity. Far from being a contradiction, the two genealogies offer complementary truths about Jesus, his legal right to rule, and his shared humanity, all culminating in his unique divine sonship. Jesus' complete family tree is a powerful testament to God's faithfulness, his precise fulfillment of prophecy, and his all-encompassing plan of salvation for every generation.